Hello YouTube and welcome to episodes 2 and 3 in my Shoujo Kageki Revue Starlight reaction series. Maybe just Revue Starlight, I don't know. I don't know what I'm gonna go with that. But yeah, we're back here again today. I've actually come into a couple of days off, which gives me a perfect opportunity to dive into some more Revue Starlight. Considering I wanted to watch more than one episode last week, this should be a real treat. Just right off the bat, really great support on the first episode. Thank you everybody for watching. Thanks for liking. Thanks for commenting. Thanks for doing all of those different things. I've got some new people in the Discord, in the channel from that video, and you know they're making their voices heard and that kind of thing. It's good. Feels nice. On top of that, I forgot to say last week, but I actually go through and I read all my YouTube comments. So the people that commented not knowing that, hey, here you go. I get to read your comment. But a lot of the names here are pretty familiar to me from other series. A lot of crossover with Symphogear, which I thought may have been the case. But yeah, lots of familiar names, lots of unfamiliar names. It's good. It's good number of comments. So thank you. I guess we'll start right here at the bottom with Red the Red. Red the Red 7, just Red the Red. Let's go Red the Red. It took Red the Red an embarrassingly long amount of time to figure out why banana is called banana. Die banana. I got that one relatively quickly, which is good for me because I'm normally really bad at those kind of things. So yay for me for once. And a little thing that they noticed about the song as well, Juna's surname, Hoshimi, means stargazing. So when she sings about a falling star like an arrow chases after you, she's poetically referring to herself. Okay, and she's got the bow and arrow as well. That, yeah, makes a lot of sense. Another thing you should probably start noticing is the little glints of pink starlight that shine everywhere in the episode. You'll see it in future episodes as well. Sure, I did not notice this at all, but I'll keep an eye out. So I guess I'll keep my eyes peeled for pink starlight. Next comment here by Pencil Sharp. Director Furukawa is a student of Ikuhara. Now, this is probably something I really should have picked up initially. Like, anybody that's relatively into anime will know this name. Very, very famous director, very, very weird director, goes in some crazy directions. I think somebody gives a really good summary, which is focuses on emotional moments and emotional beats rather than concrete storytelling, which is definitely true from what I've seen of Ikuhara. Yeah, there's some more questions about it later, but I guess I'll get my background out of the way now. I've only ever seen Sarazanmai, and I thought it was kind of bad. So maybe I'm not the best person to ask about this. Pencil Sharp goes into Sailor Moon Season 2, Revolutionary Girl Utena, and Penguin Drum, which are, you know, these two are definitely the ones that are very popular, very well regarded from Ikuhara. So if Furukawa is a student of this guy and then made this, there's a lot you can pull from that, you know? Maybe I should put Utena on a poll. That'd be kind of fun. I don't know. Maybe it's too old. Maybe people won't want to watch it. So yeah, seemingly a bit of crossover between this and Kageki Shoujo. And from what I've read about the, what are their names? Yeah, the Takarazuka Revue. This seems like they're broadly based on a very similar thing. So I don't know, makes a lot of sense to me. And yeah, the constant thing here is shouting out the movie. People love the movie. The movie's got a really high score on Mal. It seems to be well regarded, so looking forward to watching that movie for sure. And yeah, a couple of other comments here, kind of replying to this, Calypso and Motemo, kind of giving their backgrounds regarding Revue Starlight and Symphogear. Considering both I'm reacting to on the channel, it makes a lot of sense. Yeah, this was the comment I was talking about by Matthew B. The most notable thing about director Furukawa's career in relation to the show is his work on Ikuhara shows. They clearly had a massive stylistic influence, along with the blatant disregard for constructing sensical plot, much being more concerned with thematic, emotional beats above all else. This was the wording I was after. Yeah, this is definitely what I know outside looking into Ikuhara's work. And so far in the show, yeah, there isn't really a concrete reason as to why we go down into the basement and there's a giraffe running like a weird gladiator review thing. But I'm along for the ride. The more important stuff and the really great stuff from last episode was the character work, was the little moments between the characters, was the emotions of it all. So yeah, tracks so far with what I've seen. And the next project that he does may be one of the most highly anticipated things that comes out. So looking forward to that. Awesome to see you doing the show. Rest along with the sequel movie will be a great ride to follow. Thanks for commenting. A longer comment here by Mira. I've been lurking for a while. First comment, I think. Yeah, thank you. Hello, hi. I like the lurkers because I lurk a lot on other channels, so I understand the vibe there. So on the director again, probably most notably worth pointing out that he directed Yuri Kuma Arashi. I don't know this. Let me look it up. Also known as Lesbian Bear Storm. Okay. And yeah, okay, obviously the Yuri connection there, great. And yeah, that's one of Ikuhara's previous works as well. I see, I see. I'd never heard of this. It actually looks kind of tight and pretty closely related to what we're doing, maybe? I don't know. It's definitely got a female cast, which is only natural considering it's a lesbian bear storm and not a gay bear storm, I guess. However, he also doesn't like the idea of just being slotted in as an Ikuhara follower without further nuance, though. So he's worked on a lot of Ikuhara projects, there's a big influence, but not entirely what he does, which is, from what I've seen about Revue Starlight, makes sense. And yeah, going into this, on the linked mal, it seems you've only seen Sarazanmai. How familiar are you with Penguin Drum? Not very. I should probably, again, throw it on a poll. I've heard it's very good, and very, 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 very weird. And I like weird. And yeah, just going into a couple things. Whenever Mal says it's an adaptation, they're basically, you gotta I'm gonna say like a 50-50% chance that they're just lying to you. It's just associated manga. And because Revue Starlight is mixed media, of course it isn't based on that. It's all coming out at the same time through different avenues. So yeah, and this is the translation they're using for when Karen says good in English. They're using the French bon because that's how that would have been kind of our equivalent, if that makes any sense. It wouldn't make that kind of sense if it was just English twice. You know what I mean? And yeah, I did a full 180 on Banana Girl, on Dai Banana, very quickly. That's why you don't judge a book by its cover. You wait till you see them in action. Again, kind of the character design from the key visual I saw looked like a really like cutesy, annoying kind of character, you know. And yeah, I don't think Dai Banana's that. I think she's just a good girl. So, and from what I've seen in the rest of the Discord plus these comments, she seems relatively popular, so that's good. Speaking of which, Jaramero, Banana Best Girl. I agree as of 24 minutes of content. So, yes. Bonnie as well, just the whole Symphogear crew coming through. I recently finished the movie, which was nuts. Could use a refresher for the first season, Banana Best Girl. I agree. Vitaly Kuzmin as well. Revue Starlight, let's go. Get ready for your mind to be blown away. I'm ready. And it's hard to tell the show is more plot driven or character driven. You should definitely keep notes though. I have. I've written some notes, and I'm going to continue to keep said notes as I continue. And they're in a very similar format to Kubikiri Cycle, if you guys watched that, so look forward to it. Motemo here as well. I'm glad you enjoyed the episode. The songs are important, they add characterization, and sometimes a whole new layer to the stage girls. It is also important to know who is saying the lines, thankfully subs distinguish with color themes. Thank you. So again, very similar to your Symphogear. I do recommend taking notes, noted, particularly for the second half of the show. First half is up to you. Well, I've taken them, so they're there. M. Marsh, next comment here. Really enjoyed the reaction. Thank you. I like simple stuff like this. Really makes me feel good. So thank you. And kind of giving a shout out to Claudine as opposed to Banana. I will say, Claudine is the type of character that I froth, who seems to be outwardly a little bit prickly and annoying and posh and uppity and all these other words, right? And may need to be taken down a peg. And then when she does, she becomes very, relatable because she's facing hardships for the first time in a while and blah, blah, blah. It's probably some kind of family pressure, tragic backstory there that we need to talk about as well. Maybe a relationship, or not a relationship with, but maybe a relationship with, but like a rivalry with Maya as well. We're seemingly pairing those two characters. I don't know. Yeah, I'm thinking. What's her name in Sound Euphonium? Oh my god, I gotta look it up. Oh, of course, it's Yuko. Put Yuko up on screen here somewhere. She's annoying to start with, but she becomes my favorite character. So maybe we're following a similar line there. I don't know. Next comment here by Dobole. I'm gonna keep going with Dobole. I really like this first episode. The small amount of bits showing personalities and character dynamics does a good job of establishing a large cast in a relatively short amount of time. Yeah, this was the most impressive part about the show for me in the first episode. I feel like I know everybody at least a little bit so far, and doing that with 9 characters, watching a lot of something like Love Live is very hard to do. Like in Love Live, you'll get this over 6 episodes where they'll establish different characters at different points in time and tell you their backstory and feelings and blah 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 blah. Where this has done a pretty decent job in a sixth of the time. So Shoutouts to that. This was probably the other best part too. The transformation sequence was killer. It was almost scary. When she kind of falls into the pit and there's the huge like factory process there as well, and the making of the costume and that whole part, and there's the trigger-esque like falling between the titles sequence as well, which was it was just killer. It was cool. Another highlight is the stage production. Don't really know what to call it, but basically the way the stage is thought out in 3D space, how the set design evolves over time, the use of lights, the great music, it's all planned and put together very well, making not only the physical fight itself dynamic and interesting, but the metaphorical one as well. Something I'll need to keep an eye out for more. It's something that kind of went into my brain, and I said, "Yeah, good," without really talking about it. So I'll try to keep an eye on it. Lastly, wants to praise the framing of the show. So interesting layouts, great job of framing many characters at once, seeing various intents. I remember pausing on a specific frame where we have 4 different characters in different poses telling us something small about their character. Stuff like that shows that the show has a lot of craft put into it, a lot of time put into it. They aren't merely just doing things for the sake of doing it, they're doing it to further characterization. This is very, very well done. And yeah, great reaction analysis, excited for more. Well, it's here today. Very, very excited to be here. Marionette with the next comment. You're in for something great. And just kind of gives some recap into what the various parts of the story are. So Rondo is a recap movie with some new elements in it. Wouldn't necessarily recommend watching it right after wrapping the series because, again, it's going to be recap. It's more like a movie for those that need a refresher before the actual movie comes out, which I'm guessing there was a bigger time gap between. Maybe after wrapping up season 1, you'll feel like watching it all over again. Maybe I'm that big of a fan. Maybe watch Rondo as a good alternative to watching it again. Other than that, the chronological order of release is ideal. Always good for a little bit of extra info there. Seraph Armoros, next comment here. I've only seen Revue Starlight a couple times, so don't know what to comment on, but I do know that the lyrics are definitely important. Thanks for the advice as well. Hope you're strapped in. Hope you enjoy watching the show for a third time, maybe. James Morellis? We're going to go Morellis. Banana nice. Banana nice. Shouting out banana. I like banana. Banana's cool, so I agree. Next comment here by Egg on Head. Writing to satisfy the algorithm. Well, we love the old algorithm, don't we? It's very important for me getting viewers, so thank you. I guess it's worth mentioning that the show made as kind of a multimedia franchise, as I've mentioned. A bunch of content besides the anime, but you could watch the 12-episode shows, the OVAs, and then the sequel movie, and then done. So maybe keep away from the chibi shorts. I don't know. We'll see if people want them. The other optional stuff would be Overture, which is 10-chapter prequel manga, but don't read it because the last chapter goes into anime events. So maybe leave it to last. Recap movie, which is Rondo, as we've said. Everything else has good stuff going on as well, but concert, stage plays, mobile game, music, more manga, whatnot, but it's a whole rabbit hole on its own, so no comment on that. If I'm into it, and I seek out this stuff, I think. I love comments like this from creator as well. Thanks to you, I'm watching shows I've never heard of. What's going on in this show? I agree with this last part, but also just like, yeah, broaden your horizons. So I'm guessing people were watching other shows on the channel, right? And then see this pop up and they're like, well, what is this? I don't know what this is. Maybe jump in, watch that first episode, see if you like it. Because we're all like-minded people here, I think. So use this as a recommendation kind of mechanism for you to find more good stuff. I think that's one of the better ways to do this kind of channel. You know what I mean? It's about sharing, and sharing is caring and all that kind of jazz. And last comment here by Ryan. This show uses a lot of symbolism and repetition, from actual objects like Tokyo Tower to details like stage light, background dialogues, use of color, etc. It's a fun experience to identify things the show does repeatedly, even in the most subtle way. I'll have to keep an eye on it. This is probably something that my notes are meant to do as well. If we're saying repetition in the same way that Sarazanmai's repetition, then but again, like that's another can of worms. Anyway, onto the notes that I've taken. So this will all seem relatively familiar, these character stuff, but now I've got 2 sections. I've got recap. I think I've got more than 2 sections. Anyway, recap. That's the recap of the first episode. It's probably a little too in-depth, but I was on one this morning, so I just made it. Themes, again, probably too small, considering what we've seen so far. And other stuff of note, which is just other observations about things that may go on, maybe predictions, maybe, I don't know, things I noticed that were cool, just that kind of stuff. Either way, recap. Let's get ourselves back in and ready for episode 2. Episode 1 starts with a small montage featuring the two main characters and setting up some overall themes. It was a little bit confusing in the moment, but I think I got it now. There was a meeting between the two. They got the hairpins way back in the day, and now they're meeting again. It's a faithful meeting after however much time. The actual story itself, however, starts with Aijo Karen waking up and attending Seisho Music Academy. She is on duty and shows up before everyone else with Suyuzaki Mahiru, or Mahiru, I think we're just calling her, who's helping her because she's tired and a bit of a ditz, so, needs some help. We meet the class before being thrust into everyday life of the students at the academy. It is very clearly, very competitive. They're all striving for the top, that type of vibe. Hoshimi Juna, who's the one with the glasses, discusses the next play that the class is doing, Starlight, which is the same performance that the class did last year, with Claudine and Maya in the leads, I believe. Towards the end of the day, Karen is daydreaming in class and has some premonitions regarding her Tokyo Tower. Tokyo Tower, I guess. And her old friend Kagura Hikari, and the promise they made way back in the day, kind of alluded to in the intro. When she wakes up, there's a new transfer student, and lo and behold, it is that same childhood friend. When Karen gets excited over seeing her again, Hikari seems muted and slightly pained, I noticed, resulting in her isolating herself from the rest of the group, but Karen is still extending that olive branch. There's kind of that awesome scene where they're either side of that door that I really enjoyed. Hikari transferred from a very prestigious school, I believe it's in England or something, and is clearly very talented, but as Maya says, clearly doesn't have her heart in it right now, right? Doesn't have that little bit extra that's going to push her to become a star. One afternoon, when Karen sees Hikari leaving the dorm, she follows her to see what's up. She goes back to school to an underground secret lair, with a giraffe, 2 question marks, and witnesses Hikari fighting Hoshimi Juna. This could arguably even be 3 question marks, if I can type. There we go. Apparently they're fighting to be like the next top star for the tiara, for probably need more context into what they're actually fighting for. The giraffe implies that Karen isn't a fit for such a stage, and then Karen, thinking back on that same childhood promise from the start of the show, disagrees and takes matters into her own hand, saving Hikari at that final moment, kind of transforming in the process, becoming part of the show, transitioning from the audience to the stage. Expecting maybe a bit of a thank you from Hikari, Karen is met with anger from Hikari, probably like, why did you get involved? I was trying to distance you for a reason. It's more anger and disappointment out of love and the sacrifices that she's made more than anger at anything else, I think. So here, before I go into this, I wanted to go into a Discord link I received, and that is for the Takarazuka Revue, which is clearly one of the major inspirations for the setting and the story and all that side of it, right? We can even scroll down here to see some really interesting little tidbits of lore that I didn't know. Yeah, here it is. Okay, this is some really cool stuff. Osamu Tezuka created Princess Knight, the first manga aimed at a female audience, after seeing some stuff in Takarazuka, knew many of the actresses, based stories on noble princess played by female actresses. Sounds all very, very shoujo to me. I should mention that, yeah, this theater troupe, the Takarazuka, is all female. So again, you have females playing male roles. Our common understanding of shoujo is even based on this, of Yuri, even way back in the day. There's some lesbian context with the troupe as well that I read just previous. And yeah, Princess Knight, this is the lineage, right, is very influential on Rosa Versailles and Revolutionary Girl Utena, which both kind of borrow from Princess Knight, including specific Tezuka images, character designs, and names. So yeah, if you didn't know, this is Ikuhara, and then Ikuhara went to the director of this show. Well, didn't go to the director. You know what I mean? He's a student of Ikuhara, so it makes a lot of sense. And then, yeah, it just expands out from there, right? Zuka Club in Oran High School Host Club, which it's been ages since I've seen, is based on this Revue troupe. Lesbian characters such as these in Sailor Moon were loosely based on actors in the same thing. Virgin Mask by Juro Kara, which I don't know about, but sure. An aging Zuka girl attempting to reclaim her youth through ritualistic bathing in the tub of virgin tears? Based? Question mark. And then, yeah, this is more relevant to what we're doing. Music, anime series, Revue Starlight. Based on the troupe, including uniforms, school seal, theater style, presents a critic of Takarazuka practices, particularly the top star system. Maybe I shouldn't have read that. Okay, we'll see where that goes. Kageki Shoujo, as well, as previously mentioned, is one of the shows that is broadly based on this similar concept. Again, so they're based on these similar, like, there's different groups which have these names, and then they have top star personnel. The current top stars are here. And yeah, this is all familiar from what I remember from Kageki Shoujo as well. So shoutouts to that. Cool, so now a few more themes. Rivalry, competition, zero-sum game? Is there going to be something where it's like, I am the winner, you are the loser, there's no way we can both come out of this okay? A little bit of game theory stuff there, maybe. Getting into my university stuff, which is fraught. But yeah, how does this impact on high school friendships? Probably negatively. There's going to be intense competition for that top spot. Stars, Revue Top Stars, Starlight versus Crown, Race to the Top, symbolism of Starlight versus Crown versus Tiara versus Players Starlight versus there's a tower versus there's a giraffe versus top versus tall. All these different themes are probably coming through in some way in the rest of the show. And again, there's probably way more stuff here that I'm yet to realize. This is very, very open for expansion. Other stuff of note, Yuri undertones, definitely in the show so far. Mahiru seems way into the main character. And there's little pairs everywhere. There's the classic, what are their names? I can't even scroll up. Futaba and something. Karuko and Futaba, they seemingly are going to be paired together in some fashion. And yeah, character moments are nice, but I think I've talked about this a little bit. Everybody gets their little chime in, a little bit of time to shine, which is what we want. So predictions going forward, I don't really know. We're just going to see if everybody knows about the giraffe thing. How many people know? Are we going to have a fight in the immediate aftermath of this, or are we going to cool off for a bit? Is it going to be more singing, more dancing, more that kind of stuff, or are we going to take a little bit of a breather to establish some more context? I don't know, but one of the two things will happen, and either way, my shill stuff is here. If you like the video, consider liking the video. If you like the video and you want to see more, consider subscribing to the channel. Comment below anything you thought about the episode, anything I could do to improve my presentation. Comment below, because I do read them the next week. Follow on Twitter, so follow me on Twitter if you want me to follow you back. And the Discord, join Discord, discuss Revue Starlight on the Discord, suggest new shows on the Discord, do lots of different stuff on the Discord. And yeah, jumping into episode 2 of Revue Starlight right now. So yeah, got episode 2 up here ready to go of Revue Starlight. 24 minutes and 5 seconds on this one, so sync up accordingly. I didn't have any complaints about the subs last time, so I'm still going to use them. And yeah, picture in picture in the description below for those that are interested. Just going to give it a 3, 2, 1. Radio? 3, 2, 1, go. Okay. So seemingly we're out of that situation right this second. I will seize my own star. Oh, bit of Hoshimi. Oh, you share a room with Banana? Okay. Does she have a banana pillow? This is gorgeous already. Reminds me of the first episode, kind of similar lighting in the morning, which would make sense. It's the same area. Flashback. Thanks, Giraffe. Good? Question mark? Top secrecy. Okay. Oh. Huh. That's really clever. So it started like Hoshimi thinking about it, and then into like Karen's dream. Interesting. Like a linked experience. No problemu. Little baseball in the back. Sup? Why are you in my room? Opening now? Feels like an opening soon, yeah? Okay. I mean, there's not really 3 beds. And you're still out running. Must be a little bit frustrating what happened underground last night. And then this is our opening, is it? Oh, so what I saw last week was the opening? Or am I stupid? Bro, I forget sound so much. Yeah, it was. Okay, cool. So maybe I should have given this a little bit more effort last week, but I'll have another good look through the visual later on. Yeah, this felt ED to me last week. I guess we pop into the action a little bit more after this. Holding her pin, hey? Yo, Banana's so cool, I don't even care. She's like a dual wielding class. Yeah, okay, so I'm not imagining it. That was like Claudine and Maya clashing swords. Yeah, I'm still wondering about that different costume for Banana. What's going on there? This music? My hero, no. Yeah. Sucks to be you. Oh no. No, we're not allowed to talk about it. No, shut up. Yeah, don't you remember your dream? Oh. Oh no. Oh no. Oh. Yeah, it was absurd. Hello? She's asleep. Oh, because I was holding on to you, huh? Yeah, sleep on a motorbike and not yeah, but yeah, not advised. Okay. Thanks, you two. Oh no. You're just tragic, aren't you? Who's filming? Hello? Of course it's Banana. I think they're not practicing. No, shut up. Okay. Alright, I don't think that they'll care, but sure. I understand why you're pissed off, though. Feet? I see. Have you guys ever done this? I've done this. This fucking sucks. Oh, you too. Now, the trick is not to, like, kind of, shake like that. No way you're getting me singing, though. Oh, sounds like me. Is she already down the fucking elevator again? The hell elevator? Maybe they don't even... No, they certainly do. Huh. Is he gonna stick his neck up, maybe? She's a nuisance. But why are you trying to share a room, then? See, become stars together, that's an oxymoron. Yep, True. Teleports behind you? Oh no, it's Banana. Okay. Banana pudding? I could use some pudding, actually. Why not? No way. Okay, you two. Get a room, Jesus. Oh, she's just so mad the entire time. Learn the steps, damn it. No new steps? At the Pan Pacific Grand Prix? Yeah. Okay. Bit of a, prodigy. Yeah, and you're the hard worker, right? Okay, that was a cool little bit of context. I liked that. Yeah, it could. Oh, they love Maya. Hmm. Okay. But talk to me, though. Talk to me about why. Okay, took a backward step, though. That's nice. They probably think that she's fucking weird. Oh! No! Oh no, these two are gonna... No, because that means Hoshimi and... Yeah. Oh no. The only two left, huh? This is awkward. Focus on the steps, damn it. We're not allowed to talk about it. What mail? No, I just kind of went in. Yeah, because there's something else going on. Bro, Mahiru was very happy to see her, like, dancing like that. I like the desperation here. Okay, bye. Did she just beat someone up? No, she fainted. Okay. I thought she just swung a fist. Well, that was well animated. I liked that. Did she faint in anger? Oh no, she's been trying very hard and probably didn't eat. That's bad. She should probably get help. Okay, thank you, banana. Give her some pudding. She needs the energy. She needs the sugar. Wake up, damn it. Okay. Hoshimi? Oh, you're so done. That's funny. Yeah, and you weren't chosen. I was chosen because I was following you. There's something in that, right? I should bring some bananas to eat while I watch Revue Starlight, I think. She's just so happy to be there. Oh, the tower. Think about it. Hmm? They're the same. You don't shine enough. I see some pink in the back, yeah. Okay. And then there as well. Well, yeah, naturally. Of course you're not. It'd be a stupid show if you did. She's like, I'm dropping out. Roll credits. Yeah, it's frustrating. I will seize my own star. The music too. This is very, very, very well directed, by the way. The flow between the scenes. Beautiful. Become that center. Is that like a leaderboard? I guess? Grasping the hair clip. I want to starlight with you? How gay can you be? Okay, who's number one though? Because that wasn't the top of the leaderboard, was it? Okay, it's time. It's time to jam. Oh, and then same sequence. Yeah, this is great. I think I keep saying Studio Trigger. Okay, so we get it again? Slightly different, maybe? No, very similar. Okay, cool. Indeed. Okay, well, we just had, like, basically a confession of love. Who's fighting? Okay, cool. That's why. Hoshi. Oh yeah, Hoshi Mite. That'd make, yeah, okay, cool. Yep, that's your line. That's very like gotcha game that she would say that when you like get her. Oh, okay, it wasn't a leaderboard, it was like the next one. Okay. Gotta love the stage of destiny. Ooh. Hmm. So what's happened up till now for you then? For you want to have to want to be able to do that? I didn't expect a rematch between the two girls. I'll say that. I don't know who's gonna win. The Star knows. Revue song. Okay. That seems dangerous. Oh. Okay, this is sick. I was wondering how we were going to use the glasses. Yeah, you're fucked. The class? The class of everybody looking the same? The one with glasses? Context? Hmm. From the audience shooting to the stage. Yep, they're really good. Yo, how fucking cool is it? How fucking cool is this whole thing? You know what I mean? I wonder if we're gonna follow a similar pacing, like one fight an episode. Oh, distraction. Oh, and then you're singing on the other side. The desperation. If I don't touch my mic too much. Watch out. They're dead. Okay, they're not dead. But yeah, I like, again, as mentioned before, it's like part of the stage, you know? The set design, the lights, the lighting cues, you can hear them turn on. That was sick. Non non. Wakarimasu. Yours is very dependent on Hikari-chan, yeah? Oh, well, that's no good. I think that's an L. Yeah. Get destroyed. Okay, I didn't see that coming. I thought that she was going to lose. Okay. Who are you talking to? They share the same fate. Okay. How so? Okay. Are you going to sleep on the floor? Okay. Hello, Mahiru. Is this an actual ED or are we getting some more stuff? Oh. It fucking sucks to be her, man. You're not the main character, sorry. Oh no. Shut up, bitch. It may not be false, though. Okay. Sure. You're way happier than I thought. Oh, they're closer now. No, I didn't say that. No, we already got a character that does that. Oh, those look really like two glasses. What the fuck is this? Okay, I mean that makes sense. Ah, wakarimasu? Of course. I see. Jumping into a little bit of a rewatch on that episode and see what I missed and that kind of jazz, I guess. So if you couldn't tell from the kind of reaction portion, I really enjoyed episode 2. I thought it was great. Just building off a lot of the great starting stuff we had in episode 1. Yeah, basically just that. A little bit of the Juna overall motivation stuff I think could have been handled a little bit better. I was waiting for that kicker, that kind of more of that backstory to kind of drop through. Maybe again that's more through the rest of the show. Why is she this motivated? Why does she want to become the top star? Though nebulous, I understand why Karen and Hikari want to be. There's that promise there. There's that connection between those two characters driving it forward. What is the connection for Juna? I don't know. Just something I think they could have improved upon there. But again, maybe that's just coming with more of the show. Again, still great character stuff. The fight is fucking awesome. I like how we're incorporating part of a character's design even into the setting and that kind of stuff. I like how, again, like the comments brought up, we're using not physical, but you know what I mean, like tangible stage elements in our production, that kind of thing. There's clearly still a lot to like here. Let me go through this recap. I've highlighted in red the stuff that is new. Episode 2 starts with the aftermath of what Karen did the previous day, like underground and that whole thing, with Juna clearly still upset about it and how it went and wanting her removed from the process and doubling down and blah 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 blah. She's overdoing it to compensate for this loss. She's coping in her own way, in a not very healthy way. And then Hikari is moving into Karen slash Mahiru's room, as suggested previously. This again wasn't really expanded upon particularly well. IMO, like, why is she back with her again? I know that there's a pained relationship there. I guess it's like, okay, and I'll scroll down a little bit here. I think Hikari understands this side of it, the zero sum game side of it, and doesn't want to involve someone super close to her to hurt her in this endeavor. She wants to fully focus on this whole Starlight business, right? With no distractions. And Karen serves as nothing but a distraction, if not also another rival. So I want to protect the person that I really love and enjoy from doing this, in the process, trying to get her removed from auditions and that kind of thing, to protect myself and my dream, but also to protect her and her dream because I know that I can beat her. Maybe there's something going on there. This is definitely the conflict between those two. So I don't see how moving into the room is conducive with that. I don't know. Maybe, yeah, just, now that you know I want to get close to you. Weird one. I don't know. Comedic scene ensues where Mahiru is clearly upset at the new bedroom circumstances and being ignored by Karen as she tries to get to the bottom of what Kari's doing. Thought this was comedy gold. Thought it was quite good. The girls continue to practice throughout the day. During that lunch break, we see Juna continuing to practice throughout the entire thing. Hikari tries to get Karen out of the auditions by talking to that giraffe, but apparently there was some vocal declaration, potentially, that prevents her from being disqualified. Like she said the right thing in the right manner at the right time to the right person or giraffe. You know what I mean? We then start the next class where the rest of the class is admiring Claudine and Maya as they dance very, very beautifully so. In those costumes, too, it was all very racy. They need to get a room. Juna takes offense to this, seeing that the rest of them clearly aren't aiming for the top the same way she is. Juna then, through unforeseen circumstances, is paired with Karen, and it's a little bit awkward. And Karen tells Juna that she wasn't formally invited, and then Juna becomes pissed because, you're not going through the correct process, you're just cheating, basically. There's way too many grounds for you to be disqualified, why isn't it happening, blah, 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 blah. She's incensed, and then she faints from lack of food / overwork / she skipped lunch and she worked through, and then, blood sugar and all that. You know what I'm talking about. Then we get a gorgeous montage, probably the highlight of the episode. We see Banana care for Juna. We learn a bit about her motivations. We see Karen and Hikari confront on everything that's been happening so far. There's that gorgeous line, "I want a starlight with you," which is a big theme in the rest of the show, I'm thinking. And Claudine and Maya have a small moment whilst practicing as well. Karen and Juna are then both summoned, so Karen's now on the list. She gets notifications for it on her phone, but they duke it out. Karen wins. I thought this was unexpected. I thought that they were setting it up for her to lose and Juna to have a small victory. Juna seems fine about it, which also was unexpected. I was expecting a little bit more of a kind of, emotional blow-up scene than that spirals the drama even more. But no, clearly she's pretty fine about it. Mahiru is worried broadly. I don't know what that last scene is meant to imply. And seems like Claudine and Maya know about the underground, have been participating, and Maya is our number one. Yeah, I don't know where this makes Juna sit now. Is she eliminated? Do you get eliminated? Is it just like, are they doing a round robin and then whoever's on top at the end wins? I don't know. But yeah, we didn't really have a moment where Juna really recognized Karen for mine. There wasn't that big part of the episode that would justify an ending like that for mine. Maybe it's in the song lyrics. Maybe I give those a read and they'll give me a little bit more as to why Juna now respects Karen. There's that naming change. Blah, 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 blah. You know what I'm talking about. Cool. As I've talked about before, a little bit more on the themes. Starlight with you is kind of an oxymoron. Starlight means star. Star is number one. There is one star at the very top. There is a top star. There is one tiara. There isn't two. We can't split it in two. How is the main relationship going to cope with this? Right? This is clearly why Hikari is a little bit incensed at Karen's involvement, calling her Karenitwit, Karen Bakaren. You know what I'm talking about. I think this is like overall stuff for the show. This is clearly one of the major themes. Juna's stuff about seizing her own star, not being known for her intelligence, / maybe it's just her glasses. I thought the glasses were maybe a metaphor for intelligence, and doing something instead, something more than just being intelligent, just being the kind of class smart person. I don't know. There's I think there's more to grasp there with Juna. Then just a few other things. Yuri undertones. Mahiru is down horrendously bad for Karen, and Karako and Futaba are clearly already in a relationship and gay for each other, from what I've seen, at least subtextually. Episode was good. I'm going to jump into it now and give it another read. I might pick this up again tomorrow. I'm getting a little bit hungry / tired, but I mean, that's just par for the course for me, just delaying work. I like to do it. Oh yeah, and shoutouts to the music this episode. I didn't really talk about it, but yeah, throughout the whole thing, the music's spectacular, as you would expect. So very important message there. I will seize my own star. Kind of, yeah. There we go. That's better. I will seize my own star. This is one of the important motivations for Hoshimi Juna. Yeah, I'm just wondering within what context have you needed to seize your own star? Normally you would see this with a character that has a privileged upbringing, maybe something that's just been given to them, and then they're working on something other than their natural talent very hard. I'm thinking maybe like a Chihaya Furu. I'm thinking Chihaya from that, where she's gifted with one talent. Oh, talent. I wouldn't call it a talent, but she really wants to pursue this other thing. I'm waiting for that other shoe of that kind of conflict to drop. But maybe it's just not there. Maybe it's just a completely different thing that's not as rote as I'm used to. And yeah, get ready for me to pause on every single frame of Banana. She has a banana pillow. She has like frog plushies. She's clearly into her photography. So shoutouts to Banana yet again. Yeah, we know how to let a moment sit better this episode, I think. We aren't constant dialogue. We let the songs play out a little bit more at the end, which I like. And yeah, this kind of scene is demonstrating that, where it's just kind of a quiet run, which demonstrates a lot about a character, motivated, up before everybody else. Along with that first message we see, yeah, it just helps to build character in a nice way. But whilst running, gets flashbacks to what happened last night. Just some rando shows up and ruins your day. And where Karen is accepted into the auditions, your participation has been accepted. So now you're aiming to become the top star. Hold on, where's Hikari-chan? You don't care about the top star, you care about Hikari-chan with the top star. That's a difference, And this is weird, right? That the auditions demand top secrecy. She just blurts it out later on anyway. It clearly didn't matter as much as I thought it would have. And yeah, as I commented in the reaction, this is a really nice kind of transition between the dream sequence of, or kind of flashback of Juna into the dream of Karen. I think that's very well done. And then poor old Mahiru gets woken up by Karen waking up to her dream. Obviously isn't in the loop. Are you really okay? No, I'm fine. It's being left out purposefully. No problemu. And then this face, and then she's just looking at you the whole time. Come on. Come on, she's smarter than that. We're clearly setting up something here. Clearly. This is going to be a beat in the story where you get upset at you for ignoring her, which is what you're doing, or leaving her out of the loop and focusing on the new toy or old toy. You know what I mean? Yeah, that seems like a pretty obvious beat to me. Oh yeah, and then just randomly in the room, Hikari's here. It's time for me to join your room again. Hello. Cool. And then what I watched last week during the ED was actually the opening. I did not know. I should have had a little bit of a better look, because I like having a look at the openings. They're generally indicative of the rest of the show and its direction. So I'm noticing a split in the opening, where we're splitting the slice of lifey school stuff, between the big fights at the end. So the last 30 seconds, that's where you get your pop-off, actiony moment of your opening. But the first minute or so is just introductory opulence into the slice of lifey stuff, kind of mirroring an episode is my point, which I think is a pretty cool technique. And as I read the lyrics, last episode I won't go again here, just talking about visual stuff. I keep forgetting they all dorm together. We haven't really got those scenes where they're all communicating together in a dorm setting. It's all been at the school. Look at Mahiru up in the kind of dino clock, just doting over Karen. That's cool. And clearly we got a banana Juna thing going on, I think. These two are clearly gay, clearly. And this is you're the smug one, and you're the one that gets mad, but also kind of smug as well. You mirror each other. You've got your hair kind of similar. So yeah, all aiming for that tiara. Pan down, see this image, kind of naked Hikari holding Karen's hairpin. How more obvious could you get? And then yeah, as I said, this is our last kind of pop off moment of the opening. We get the action now, right? Yeah, well, how are these two going to fight? Think about it, right? We don't have any real motivation for these two other than each other right now as well. So how are we going to reconcile that? There's going to need to be one winner, right? And yeah, Banana's just cool. Why does Banana get a different costume? I want to know. I want to know, now. And yeah, okay, this, they give this so much emphasis. This interaction, So I'm thinking this will be big stuff overall. We're already getting teasing for it. this episode at the end. But yeah, the main character Karen, she's gone 2 for 2. She's winning a lot, so that's good. Like the visual language of the tower too. Let me just go back slightly. Like here, like to either side, facing either side, meet at a point. There's going to be what is a point but conflict. You know what I mean? Like it's very simple visual stuff like that they're just nailing. I think. So okay, and then we so forget what we're seeing here, them facing away. Remember the visual language last episode, not last episode, the episode before, where we kind of had like person here facing in, and then person here facing in as well. So like that was very this way. You know what I mean? Like this is very smart stuff. Just yeah, it's obviously a very well directed show, very well storyboarded, very well art design and all that. Like they've just done a great job. Like this is already full of meaning. This shot right here at the end of the opening versus a shot we've seen previous in the show. And then this scene's hilarious. We have Mahiro just kind of like third wheeling it bad, while kind of Karen tries to get to the bottom of Hikari's actions. And then yeah, Karen just blurts out the giraffe at the theater. Like, no, you're not supposed to talk about that. Yeah, just blowing her off. Like, Karen, what's this about? Penalized? No, sorry, it's my own personal thing. Bye. I'm off to run off over with this new person that's taller and better than you. Like, yeah, sucks to be Mahiru right now. And then this scene's kind of out of nowhere. Like, you know, we just have a little bit of like Karako, Futaba stuff, just reminding us that they're in the show. She's sleepy on her back because they're not gay. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't get the point of these two yet, but I will, right? I don't know. Not all characters need to have immediate relevance, I guess. Like, more small stuff here, right? Okay, let's break this down, right? Motorbikes are allowed at the school. Then this, like, okay, the movement was a little bit sharp there, but like, ready? Yep, lean forward, in the back, incensed at that, butts in. Perfect. Like, so, like, the fidelity of the characters here, it isn't, like, over the top. You don't need to be on your Kyoto animation shit to pull stuff like this off. It's just flows well and builds character, and I want to emphasize it a lot because so many shows fail at this. So many. And yeah, this is what make my favorite shows tick. This little pout here, and then nothing from Hikari. And then gets nothing, yeah, in the air, you know, just perfect stuff. And then stopping her from running away again by jumping on her back and stopping her from running. And then that leads into the camera stuff with Banana. Like, how well storyboarded is that? And then, yeah, Hoshimi gives her nothing. That was against the rules. I'm going to regress for it to be invalidated, if I can speak correctly. Yeah, music stops as well. It's clearly more serious. Fun is over. And then one final photo from Banana to end the scene. Just, yeah, what a great scene. I didn't notice it in the moment, but I kind of did. It's one of them, it's the classic red letter media. You didn't notice it, but your brain did, right? I'm like, why is that scene so funny and good? That's why, because they understand what they're doing and what their goals are. Yeah, the show like continuously just brings up this. This is the thing we always see, is just like Claudine being like mad, like giving her the side eye. Like always. This is the most built up fight in combat sports history between these two. You'll also notice Hoshimi's eyes on Maya as well as kind of an example of what to do. Emphasizing what we saw in the opening scenes as well, Karen is still looking for Hikari-chan to have lunch with her and talk things through. And little jab here at our UK viewers. Maybe they don't eat lunch in the UK. I can assure you that they do. They most certainly do. Have a bit of fish and chips or something. Now, Hikari continues to advocate for Karen's removal from the auditions, but the giraffe isn't taking that. Again, I've been into why Hikari wants to do this, I think. What I think her motivations are. Hikari hears this audio recorded by the giraffe on a tape that's kind of like tugs at the heartstrings for Hikari as well. We will definitely become stars together. I want to be there with Hikari, right? I know we will become stars together, separating the kind of egotistical want to become the best individually, putting that aside and putting the we over it, putting that relationship before it. Yeah, clearly is in it for different reasons than everybody else. And then, yeah, Bakaren, Karen Nitwit, coming through again. Clearly still upset at the circumstances. And then ambushed by Banana. Oh no, she's going to give you pudding. And yeah, we see this whole time Hoshimi Juna is still practicing and not eating, which probably adds to the fainting thing. Like, okay, yeah, eyes on Maya. Maya doing it effortlessly. I need to emulate her, who's the current star, right? Who's the current very top of the class, you know. How can I catch up to her if I'm not putting in these extra sessions? And then, you know, counter to that, we have Banana Pudding. She's just precious. We love Banana. So far, she just takes pictures and offers people pudding and, like, hears them out on their problems. That's pretty good. Good character so far. Oh, and then this is awesome. This is very, very shoujo, right? Like, the girls in suits, most definitely. But still, she can't stop pouting the entire time. Like, she's so pissed. Like, Claudine's just perpetually pissed. Like, it's funny. So, didn't get a chance to talk with Hikari-chan at lunch either. Clearly going to save that for the end of the day. So, everyone's marveling at Claudine and Maya, right? But we have Juna back here, where she's taking notes, right? Instead of admiring, like, how can I become like them? It's similar but different. You know what I mean? It's a different outset. It's a different look. It's admiration from afar versus replication, and I think that's why she's pissed. Nobody else is into it as her, but like including Karen, who's not as into it as her. But why can't she be better than her? Why did she beat her? Why did she beat her again in the end? Why? Why? When she puts in all this extra work, because life's unfair. That's why. But we knew that already, I think, from the real world. So yeah, the crucial little bit of context here, right? Tendo-san, Maya, whose parents are both actors, like they're already in the industry. You're like the wonder child. It makes a lot of sense why you are the way you are, and seemingly pretty pompous about it. You have a very specific line at the end that I want to highlight as well that may give us some more context there. And Claude-chan, who's the hard worker, the child actor since she was small, probably was biggest fish in the pond until meeting Maya and still hasn't been able to overcome her. And of course, we've got that great, like rival-esque obsession into maybe romantic interest. You know what I mean? Like, there's something definitely bubbling away there. And then, yeah, we have the... Not even explosion. I like this, actually, from Hoshimi Juna. Normally, you would see, like, the understated, right, if you think like that, get out, and then you would see, like, a bigger, like, what do you call it? Combative scene. Argument. That works. A bigger, like, shout and tantrum and walk away. But we don't really get that. She kind of takes a backward step and then continues the class as normal. So she isn't completely taking everybody out of it, which is nice. But yeah, as I've talked about before, her motivations for this part are pretty appropriate, I think. Like, yeah, so, like, teacher calls her out on it. Sorry, takes a backward step. I like that. So, okay, this is very quick too. Let me try and highlight this, right? So you immediately go for Nana, right? For banana. And you immediately go for Hikari-chan. And then she throws a span in the works, Banana does, and goes and talks to Hikari-chan, want to pair up. Yeah, kind of based off their little interaction with the pudding before, maybe. Like, you're just making this all very chaotic, aren't you? And then, yeah, this forces our last two here. Again, great framing. Like everybody else not focused on it, but these two are they come to the same realization at the same time. Like, the turn at the same time. Like, oh, shit. Oh, this is going to be awkward. All right, and then we get another reason why Hoshimi Juna may be pissed. Didn't you see it written in the email, the context behind why we were there and what we were doing, right? Weren't you invited? You know, the email about the review by the chosen stage girls. You were chosen, right? Yeah, so she wasn't invited. Juna clearly feels strongly about this, and I like how the pace of their dancing picks up, more aggressive more lively even, as they learn this information. Yeah, I feel really bad for her. Like, I don't know. Normally you see some kind of light at the end of the tunnel for a character like this, but now I really don't. She's kind of conceited. It's weird. Cool, they separate, go their separate ways. We see Mahiru going to say, Karen-chan, good job, blah, 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 blah. We hear something fall in the back. Initially, I thought that she just, like, socked someone in the face. She just, like, ran past and, like, punched him in the head. But no, she fainted. Hoshimi, that is. And there she is. Yeah, so is confluence of factors. Overwork. She's hungry. She doesn't have much blood sugar, energy rolling around in that body. She just got really mad and upset and probably, hyperventilated even. There's lots of reasons why this happened. It isn't indicative of anything further. There is factors influencing this. So we have Karen, Mahiru, Futaba, and Banana, and the teacher all looking over Hoshimi Juna as she rests and gets better. But Banana is the one that kind of says, hey, I'll stay by her until she wakes up and make sure that she's okay. Yeah, how sweet is Banana? I love Banana. She's the best. So throughout class, Karen is thinking back to Juna, how she may be. Hikari is noticing this. And again, we have one more instance where Mahiru is... cucked is a harsh word, but kinda... abandoned. Let's go with abandoned. That's a little more savory. Cool. Then the music starts up. We get the confrontation between these two. I've been through how well this scene is directed, kind of flowing between various conflicts in the story using one track and kind of one monologue and blah, 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 blah. They're all talking about similar things. It's all just very beautiful. Now, there was a comment that said, watch out for pink starlight. Pink lights. I'm just wondering what this is about. Is it like a production thing, or is it an overall story thing, or I don't know. Is it something that I shouldn't know yet, and I'm just noticing it as it's going when I'm not really supposed to, and I'm supposed to catch that on a rewatch, or is it something production-wise to notice? I don't know, but I see them, I guess. So Hikari's got a similar view to Hoshimi Juna. You should drop out because you weren't invited, basically, right? You've got very different motivation to Juna with it, as I've discussed already, though. I do like low-quality Banana here, though, you know? That's just funny. She's so calm about it. Like, she's just nice. How nice is Banana? I love Banana. She's the best. Casually explaining it, just got a little bit irritated. Eyes glance over to the tower, thinking back to what happened downstairs. You weren't chosen because you don't have enough glimmer. Someone like that shouldn't be disrupting our auditions. Very, very harsh, but sure. But then, yeah, we have normally mild-mannered Karen yelling out a little bit here. I'm not dropping out of the auditions. And her heart was racing when Hoshimi-san told me, and then that links into this part of the conversation. Perfect. And then even if I give it my all, I can't catch up with them, pan over to Claudine. Perfectly edited. How good. Pan over to seizing my own star as well. I want to become a star. It's all just timed really well. And again, focus on, we promised that we'll share that stage that we stand on together. The two of us, not the one of us, the two of us. I don't think you understand what kind of competition we're in, Karen. The one thing I will say is that the Starlight production that they're going to do does have 2 lead roles, but clearly whatever we're doing below with the top star has one tiara. Nice scene here as well, so we have Claudine practicing late into the day, clearly, you know, on her Hoshimi Juna shit as well, trying to get those extra sessions in, and Maya keeping that light on. There's something in the metaphor there of, you know, like shining a light back onto Claudine, who is in the dark, right? This is the light at the end of the tunnel. This is the inspiration, and I'm turning it on. Something there, maybe? And yeah, Hoshimi Juna was given a chance with my very own glimmer. At the center of the stage, in the middle of the spotlight. And we get kind of this leaderboard here, yeah? And because of this opportunity, I might be able to become, a real star, as opposed to whatever I think I am now. And then, yeah, so this is a leaderboard, but it's also denoting, like, positional changes. Then, yeah, kind of nervous here from Karen, like, holding that thing. Ever since you've shown up again, I feel like I've been awakened from a slumber, right? Kind of similar to when she woke up from that little dream sequence that she had. In order to make that dream come true, holds that hair clip, you've been here, all that kind of jazz. And then, yeah, I want to starlight with you, which feels like a very impactful line for overall with the story. And yeah, we get our notifications for audition day 2. We have a very similar transformation sequence. I'm pretty sure it's just the same, but it's very good. So I don't care if they want to reuse it. It's just very, very good. Really gives that that extra drama, that extra feeling to what we have going on. Maybe this is what we mean by repetition, because these kind of like not monologues, kind of monologues leading into the fight feel very similar to last episode already. But they're cool, so I don't care. Like, particularly noting like the lighting work, right? Like here, or here's a better shot, probably here, right? Perfect. Like that kind of stuff, you know? I may not be able to see my own star, but the me looking up will be gone tomorrow, and I'll become that star. Kind of the intro speech there by Juna. And yeah, kind of saying their own name, similar to how they walked into that class on the first day too. Says her little catchphrase here, I will seize my own star. As kind of the lighting matches the star as well. Yeah, there. Perfect. I thought I'd be eliminated after losing one, so maybe you're eliminated now after losing twice to the same person, essentially? And yeah, the top star, the shiningest one, infinite glimmer, on top of them all, the destiny of it. Yeah, wants to be in the lead of her own destiny as opposed to what? That's the problem. I don't see as opposed to what yet. The Revue of Desire is starting. The star knows is our song, and we must sing, dance, and fight to win. So, Revue of Desire, are we getting like a different Revue fight name for each thing? Maybe I'll go back to the first episode and check what that review was. Yeah, according to Discord, it was the Revue of Passion last episode. Sure. And this is the Revue of Desire. Similar words, I guess. And now we have our lyrics, of course. And the sound of the song is quite similar to last episode. I'm guessing this is a similar musical style. Like, we're not going to pop into like some electro pop or something. It's clearly orchestra driven. It's clearly very, very like opulent music. It's very classical based. The melodies are still very strong though, and they're quite catchy, and the singers are good, so I don't really care. But yeah, we're not going to do that much, I guess, musical stylistic difference. For reasons unknown, a flame enveloped me. I was held captive by my fears for the longest time. This flame will never leave me again. By my fears. Okay. I do like our kind of set dressing. We've got the glasses going on. Like, there's a tangible presence to it. It will fall down and actually make like a crack. The lights are going everywhere, so, you know, like, look at it shining off the kind of end of the arrow there. As I had no one at my side who could understand me, the kind of reflection here, then gone, and then where is she? Where is she? You know, that's the tension in the fight that I think is quite good. Struggling against the oncoming wind set my heart on fire. Only the star knows what I truly desire. I wish I knew as well. That would make your motivations a little more interesting. This is the closest stuff we get, right? So loads and loads of similar looking dummy people, one with glasses, right? This is my identifying factor, my glasses, potentially my intelligence as a piece of symbolism for it. Yeah, I spent my time doing nothing but studying, but I finally found a sparkling dream. What's wrong with studying? Studying's fine. I guess you like this better, and now you're pursuing that more vigorously. So not being important or clever because of my glasses, shedding them a little bit, putting them on the seat, right? And pursuing this thing that I'm actually a little bit more passionate about. I can see that. And on that day, I was reborn as a stage girl, shooting that arrow from the audience onto the stage, throwing her hat in the ring in a way, right? Arrow, desire, point. There's a lot there. But yeah, works a lot as like an engaging physical presence to the fight. We don't know where our adversary is. She's working from that angle. But no matter how hard I worked, I could not reach them. Images of Claudine and Maya. No one can possibly know if the future I long for is attainable. I don't think it is. I fought endlessly against my own shadow. Only the star knows what I truly desire. Again, that same refrain. Okay. When the curtains rise, my future will surely be there to greet me. Sure. This is another great fake out. She turns the corner where she thinks she is, and she's replaced with a mannequin. Then arrow from behind again. I cannot stay here. I must go even further. I cannot lose here. And then we have the other side now, right? You haven't lost. I cannot fail. It's kind of like mirroring each other. Okay. You would never understand. I can understand. Okay, so through the song, she's like offering a little bit of like an olive branch, right? Okay, so this justifies the ending a lot more. Okay. Like she's working hard as Karen, working hard to understand Juna's motivations and why she wants to do this and why this is important instead of just, you know, acting a little bit sheepish and like, oh, what's going on, blah, 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 blah. She wants to understand but can't if you don't tell her. You would never understand the things you do, that's why. Like, I can't understand the things you do, that's why. We can never talk this over. That's why we can talk this over. The darkness of the night grows deeper until the morning comes. Okay, so like night, fear, blah, 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 blah. Morning, I want to make this better. I want to improve things. I am buried beneath it. Everyone has a future. But I can't allow that to happen. Faced with you. Even the dreams we started to forget. Incapable of doing anything alone. But still, I too cannot afford to lose, want to fulfill my promise. This is very hard to... reminds me of a song in Symphogear, which was very, very much like two songs with two different vocalists at once being mirrored together to make like a musical theater piece. So I don't know. Maybe I should get the lyrics up for each individual person at a time, because it's getting a little bit hard to follow each thing. Basically, like, you're all sad and gloomy and stuff, and you want to make things better and have probably purer motivations as a result. These auditions are a chance. I'm not letting this chance go. I can't let it go. And kind of that framing of the tiara up the very top too. That kind of pink sparkly. And then yeah, we have our decisive moment. Karen kind of deflects the arrow and says, "That's a non-non. A single loss doesn't mean it's over. This isn't finalistic, right? We can stand on this stage however many times we want. There isn't a limit. There isn't an end. This isn't as finalistic as we think it is. There's a light at the end of the tunnel for all of us. Potentially we can share this star." Right? That's what I'm feeling from Karen right now. Passion and glimmer, that's what I feel from a stage girl. Kind of, that's what the draft says. And then, well, I'm a stage girl too. I wanted to become a star too. But you didn't get that same comment, did you? You know, you clearly feel incensed by this. For one, yes, only one, for the sake of a single promise. If only the star knows what the future holds. I will quietly gaze towards the sky with my arms held high. If only the star knows what the future holds, I will gaze calmly at the sky with open arms. Okay. So you want to know what the future holds and are looking towards the star as a response to that. There was still the affirmation by Karen in the dialogue as well, like, I want to be a star together with Hikari-chan. And then that's what leads to this. That's what leads to the cut. That's where the passion is. And then, yeah, curtain drops, sword and ground, position 0, you made it. And yeah, she won the second day of auditions. I wonder why she wasn't chosen from the start. But now I understand they share the same fate, right? And I'm thinking this fate is that, hey, this is a, again, zero-sum game. There's going to be one of us in the end. We both can't handle that, and that'll be our Achilles heel. We don't have that killer instinct that maybe a Maya has. So you're saying Gomen Karen, and then you're hearing that, their dream, like you're not a part of their dream. And then I guess you would call this like post-credity stuff, like wrap-up epilogue-esque. So after reading the dialogue of the songs, it makes a lot more sense why this is framed the way it is, right? She's sitting in the dark all alone. You lift up the thing, the curtain that is now fallen on her. Her dream is fallen on her. You are the light at the end of the tunnel still guiding her on the way through, letting her know that it's all going to be okay. And then, yeah, could I be overthinking it? The simple-minded approach seems far superior. Simple-minded, that's mean. Yeah, it kind of is. But this isn't the end of it, right? In that case, all I have to do is give my all until the end, right? And that's kind of what was in the kind of lyrics of the song. But thanks for getting me out of that dark place, right? I'll continue to aim high. But yeah, olive branch, you know, Juna instead of Hoshimi. You can call me Karen, Jun, that whole thing, right? So yeah, that makes a whole lot more sense. And one of the last things we see here is the light out of those two glasses eyes in like the, I don't know what you would call like pillar into arch. Weird. Even with almost hair rolling down with the kind of stage red curtain thing. I don't know. The interesting part of the visual design there. And then, yeah, okay, this is very different, right? See those two characters that were level before, you know, Hoshimi and Karen talking to each other on a level, talking to, you know, Karen talking to, I want to stand on that stage together. I want to be with Hikari-chan. This is very different, right? You know, so you've got the low ground. Maya's got the high ground. You're clearly incensed again, right? You're mad because you lost again. A dream is not something you have, but something you assert. There's only one star shining at the top. Me. Me, damn it. Yeah, look how serious she looks. She's kind of scary. This is Tendo Maya, end of episode, into the next time on. So yeah, that was an episode and a half. It was really, really damn good, and we're setting up a lot of different stuff. I understand the motivation a little bit more from the Karen side into why Juna did what she did in the end of the fight. I don't know what's inspiring and driving her individually yet. I hope we go into that a little bit more. Why do I need to be recognized for something beyond myself? Why am I pursuing this so strongly? I still don't feel like we've accomplished that enough. But again, there's still a lot more show to go. She's not going to disappear from the show. We're not done with her. So we're going to dive into that more surely soon. There's just a little bit more of a, you know, a making up between the two, and we can move on to a new conflict next episode. Clearly something brewing around Mahiru and Hikari and that side of it, as well as the Claudine Maya stuff. Cool. I'm probably going to be back tomorrow because I've got 2 days off in a row, so I'll just do the next one the next day. But yeah, this was really good, so shout outs to that. I'll see you again tomorrow for episode 3, so looking forward to it. So we're back here again. It's the next day. It's very early. What is it? 9:01 it is, and as it always is when it's early, it's very bright, and it's kind of ruining my lighting, and the screen's very dark right now, which I'll pop up here. 24 minutes and 5 seconds on this one, so sync up accordingly, or use the picture-in-picture version in the description below. But yeah, we'll bear with the lighting for now. It's always just a bit shit. Very dark, but it's okay. Just gonna give it a 3, 2, 1. Radio? 3, 2, 1, go. And shall be bestowed upon you the style which you have longed for. Okay. That's a pink sparkly. Turn it up a little bit, I reckon. Oh, this is the actual show? Well, not the show. You know what I mean. Play? Musical? Okay. Monogatari reference? Yeah. Pulled apart. But do they come back together again? I like how you can tell when they're acting and not acting. There you go. What kind of crowd we talking for this? It's in a Seashore Grand Theatre. Shout outs Banana. Yep. You seem very good at your job. I wonder if this opening will grow on me a little bit more. I don't know. I like when it kicks into gear, but it's just a little bit plain before then. But that's okay. I like Maya facing away there, though. That's pretty cool. Where are we even going this episode? I probably should have talked about that a little bit. Yeah, there was a kind of setup around Hikari, and there was kind of a setup about Mahiru, and then there was some broader stuff regarding Claudine and Maya. But other than that, like, not much. Animation's pretty slick, though. I wonder how we're picking our weapons, too. Is there some deeper meaning for how a character is and what their weapon is like? Yeah, Claudine Maya, it's giving me shonen, It's giving me, like, these are the two strongest people established in our thing so far, and we're going to have them face off, and it's going to be awesome. Okay, school. So did you make something else? You're so sweet. How so? Oh, incredibly shit. Oh my god. And look at Hikari just being a good student. Oh, the eyes on her though. Yo, side eye. And then back to attention. It is. I thought we were on better terms though. Oh no. Mahiru, no. Oh no. You're being overtaken by everybody. Yes, something did happen. It's true. Saijo? Oh, Claude. Okay. Okay. Same as the previous year, right? It will be. You guys have Guardians? I haven't seen them yet. Okay. That was weird. Okay. Yeah. What's going on there? Well, that's all well and good, but you're also in the opening in a different costume fighting, so clearly you feel passionately about it somewhere. Mm. Oh, look at the eyes. Oh, yo, banana thief. Ooh, yeah. Okay, we're starting to build up the banana stuff. I see. Okay, I like that everybody's sitting together, or a lot of them are. Will you have a muffin? There you go. Okay, okay. Karuko, right? Yeah. Okay. Bribery? Okay, pretty good. What are you looking at? Okay, Claude's here. Oh no. She's just so unfortunate. Is Claudine French? It feels like it's French. It's definitely Western. Very much so. You were just doing it. But, yeah, here we go. Yeah, what's this paper plane? I've seen it a couple times. Not talking? Oh, attention. What is that? What are you putting in her hair? Okay. Yeah, I wonder what the paper plane is. Okay, I'm definitely seeing these like little bits of purple everywhere. Okay. Was that my hero just trying really hard? What was that? Oh, she nailed it. That's good. How much theory is there for learning how to act? I had friends that did drum in high school and stuff, and there wasn't a lot of theory. Aw, always second best, huh? Uh huh. Have you been kidnapped? Uh, bad vibe? What is happening? How did you get locked up like this? Did you just accept being, like, cable tied? At least give us some food. Okay, a little bit of food. Again, a door separating them, yeah? Okay. That's to just keep her out of the way so she doesn't go back down again the next night. Thank you, banana. Well, that's a very tenuous grasp on the cup. Research that giraffe. Aren't you scripting the same play? I guess you change it up for the sake of marking it and that kind of thing, right? How do you fall over like that? Guess if your legs are really tired. If you didn't guess, I had a coffee, so I'm a little bit chatterboxy. Okay, weird pairing, yeah. Where's your head like behind the curtain? Yeah, I'm bathing. Very interesting voice acting on her too. Okay, weird pairings, yeah, all over this place. Okay, so that's what you were noticing in the earlier scene. Yeah, we're definitely rivals. Are we more than rivals? Oh my god. Excuse me? Oh, I see. Once you grow up, you're just a normal person. Oh, that's great. But like switching roles. Like Claudine switched sides. What Futaba? Yeah, you two are kind of inseparable, yeah? Oh, yeah, continuously. Yes. Yes. Just say yes. How do you hear my sleep talk? I'm only red from the bath, it's fine. It is a little bit strange. Yeah, we must murder her. But she is a little bit hopeless. Top booster. Yeah. Okay. Who's getting buzzed? How many of you are getting buzzed? I don't think you are. Oh, you are. Okay. Oh, no participation today, did that say? Or for Karen. Okay, we can chill then a little bit. Oh, I'm out. Oh, that was slick. I'll be back once we've won. Didn't that say there's no participation today or something? Yeah. Yeah. What else? Excuse me? Just good friends, by the way. Okay. So, but are you like meant to be here, or did I misread that? Because Hikari seemed relieved when she saw the message. Yeah, this sequence is just awesome. I don't think I'm gonna get tired of it. Indeed. Which review are we doing? And who's like fighting? Yeah? What else? I'll starlight you all. Sounds like a threat. The swan? Oh. Oh no. I don't feel like she's gonna win, guys. What is she beating it with? Like a crowbar or something? Oh. Okay. You made it in. There's a staircase? The Review of Pride. I'm trying to pick up like what these terms mean for the rest of the episode. Pride. I guess broadly it has a lot to do with stuff. The candlelight? Okay. Doesn't really look like you're breaking a sweat yet. Ooh. Always together, huh? There's no together. So I must pluck the biggest star? Oh, okay, so this one's going on simultaneously. Because that's the one I thought they were setting up. What have you offered? The separation, and then, yeah, that's good. I feel like you're about to get your ass beat. Is she slaying? Yes or no? I'm going to have to say yes. What is bird? This is almost like Greek or Roman pillar stuff too. Of course, like the tower, the stairs, the height, right? And I'm like preventing you from climbing higher. Okay, near miss. Whoa! Oh, cool. It's like an Escher painting, like stairs going every which direction. She cast it away. The Phoenix. That's absurdly impressive. This is a TV anime, by the way. Something about the swan. We got going on too. Oh, the electric guitar in the song too. Oh, you got duped. I have so much to talk about here. I think you got. Okay. You established yourself as a pretty tough opponent. Oh, the spotlight too. Yeah, okay. Alright. How I thought we were seeded played out how I thought. Cool. Unique ED? Or maybe this just is the ED that we haven't seen yet. I'm always gazing at you. That episode was really good. I think we're following the similar structure of like peaking at the end of the episode with these action scenes that are just establishing or reinforcing stuff we've seen in the rest of the slice of lifey portion of the episode. Again, really mirroring that opening, which is slice of life, slice of life, slice of life, clash, 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 finish. Production stuff this episode was super, super good. We definitely spend a lot of our budget in the action scene, which is nice because we save a lot earlier on. But as I've explained before, we use a lot of fun character stuff to mask that. Like it'll just be really well framed. Doesn't need a lot of animation if it's really well designed already, you know? It's pretty chill little ED too. Kind of coming off the large climax of the rest of the episode. Oh, she's got a little crown there. I like that. Okay. Okay. Oh. Okay, do we get a leaderboard? Yeah. Oh, right to the bottom. I thought you went okay. Just kiss? Slapoo. Oh, reflection. Look at it. Oh. Is that... How many episodes do we end on Hikari saying idiot or some variation of? Anyway, moving on to the analysis portion, I'll write a little bit of a summary or something. And we're back. That was episode 3. It really peaked towards the end. I thought that episode was kind of just coasting along, but then we really hit that high and really sold the rest of the episode for me. I want to try to tie together a few of these themes that seem a little bit scattershot right now. Like, why are all these different things in the same episode? You know what I mean? I'll get to it, but I'll do my recap first. Episode 3 opens with a flashback to when the girls performed Starlight the previous year with the explicit focus on Tendo Maya. Yeah, they're all in like togas and that kind of stuff. Is it a bit more of like an ancient style story? I don't really know. Either way, after the opening kind of scenes there, some hijinks ensue. In the classroom. Notable things that happen are that Karen is late again. Mahiru is jealous of Karen's new relationship with Junjun, which I'm probably not going to adopt, but anyway. Claudine is initially absent, and I don't really think this is expanded upon much. I think the implication is that she's just a little bit sour after the previous night's efforts, I guess. And Banana has decided to pursue more behind-the-scenes stuff, also muffins. And the muffins come back later because Hikari gives Karen a muffin for sustenance while she's like trying to keep her in prison, which is pretty funny. And yeah, it builds upon stuff nice because, you know, I don't like jiggly things, so I give you a muffin. She prefers the muffin, just makes a lot of sense. Just flows together well. Everyone, upon learning this about Banana, they try to bribe her to get better spots in the play, right? Right, because she's supposedly going to be running auditions, maybe? Or at least scripting stuff, so if you script it towards a certain person's talents, maybe that works there. Mahiru is maybe the final one that tries to bribe Banana, but is interrupted by Claudine, unfortunately. So, you know, unfortunate old Mahiru needs to take another step back, and then Claudine kind of returns, and it's pretty normal. There's another small little montage sequence, I think, into Karen kidnapped and trapped in like shed by Hikari. Why did she do this? Is my question. Did she know that she was going to fight Maya and didn't want her to participate in that and potentially get knocked down the rankings because of it? She saw the fatal flaw in her approach to what she has going on. It may work against some people, but up against the unstoppable force that is Maya, you're not going to win. And you want to prevent her from doing that. Did you have like some inkling about what the fight was going to be? I don't know. Banana and Juna then have a small scene, very small, where Juna's trying to do some work of some kind and then gets offered some muffins or some candy by Banana. Banana's like the definition of no enemies. She has no enemies at all. Claudine is then practicing late at night, visited by Futaba. And we get a couple of weird pairings here, right? Contrasted with Karako and Mahiru of all people bathing in that scene there. So we've pretty obviously put these scenes together for a reason. We talk about Karako and Futaba's relationship a little bit, but it's also how kind of Claudine relates to Maya and Mahiru relates to Karen. So there's different, like, they're almost symmetrical in that way, the conversations. And yeah, these scenes set up a theme of growing out of previously established pairs, question mark, probably needs a relook. Like, there's more going on for why we paired these conversations the way we did. Karen then breaks out of prison against the better judgment of Hikari and then goes to the underground theater after getting the notification right. She's pretty fast, she like legs it. Hikari swiftly follows, unable to get to her in time, and struggles the rest of the episode trying to get in and help her. Karen is indeed clashing with Maya tonight at the Revue of Pride, the underground theater. The previous pairing of Claudine and Futaba are also fighting. Maya beats Karen's ass, but it's awesome. It's probably the peak of the episode. Claudine beats Futaba, as I probably thought if we're doing like power ranking stuff. Like, Claudine is just below Maya, so of course you would beat Futaba. That just makes sense. Karen then finds Hikari at the end and gets a swift slap in the face from Hikari. There's kind of that like reflection of their different like review forms underneath as well, which I found kind of neat. So then themes. Some characters such as Banana are seemingly counting themselves out before they even start. Is Maya just too strong? Does she present too much of a barrier that some characters are just going to quit out, right? I'm not allowed to be here. These people are clearly better than me. I'm going to pursue different things, because Banana seems pretty tentative about this whole behind the scenes stuff, right? I don't know. And she is in the opening with weapons and a costume, so there's stuff to play out there for sure. Like, this is all under rivalry, competition, zero-sum game. How does this impact our relationships? How does this impact our friendships and potentially something more? again, this is like the entire show. Letting go of established pairings in the pursuit of ultimate glory. That's essentially like the major theme of the show that we're setting up, right? If there's only one position at the top, there's one. How can we rationalize that in a world of trying to maintain relationships and being happy for other people and blah, 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 when you really want this? That's the biggest draw card of the show, theming wise. Then other stuff of note, I've got a couple of things here. Oh god, everyone is gay. True. This show is extremely well directed, so this is something that I'm noticing very, very much so. You can nail your action set pieces, that's well and good, but it takes a great director to nail our intimate moments as well, and link them all together in a believable way. So we're seemingly continuing this kind of like linking conversations and pairings of characters together, like the middle portion of the episode, kind of mixing those conversations together that are kind of about similar themes. And we're doing that very, very well. Probably in the writing department, in the scripting, that takes a lot of effort. And yeah, the director to weave the scenes together believably. Like the two conversations flow, even though they're two different conversations. Like that's just very, very well done. I guess I'll add this in here too. I think we desperately need a dive into what Hikari's deal is. I'm pretty sure I know it's just like protective of Karen, right? And not getting her hurt because she's, again, approaching this with the wrong ideals according to our weird, fucked up system we have, right? Like, but why don't you just say it? Are you just a little bit backwards? Are you just a little bit embarrassed? Is that our deal? You're not in touch with your emotions as much as the rest of the characters, potentially? I don't know. I don't know. But yeah, got the rest of the episode up here, I guess, and we're gonna have another relook and see if I can glean anything else. We start with this, and I wonder if we're going to continue this on as like a passage. This is clearly part of the play that they're doing, like that's in the next scene. And it shall be bestowed upon you the star which you have longed for. Then we show a lot of Maya. Makes a lot of sense. Let's go pluck that star together. So first line here between Claudine and Maya. So okay. So kind of fiction within fiction 101. They always reflect something else that's happening. You know, we're not putting this pairing together for nothing. We don't have that scene backstage where they're very intimate for nothing, right? This is clearly they care for each other a lot. You know what I mean? Goddesses guided by the light of stars, pulled apart never to meet again. Again, sounds very, very much like what we're doing. Guided by stars, pulled apart by said stars, never to meet again. And one thing I noted in the reaction, I like when you can tell. Okay, so everybody, it's weird with animation, right? You can tell that they're acting. You know what I mean? But when in reality, everybody's acting. Acting within acting, that's another weird one. It kind of ends tragically. Our dream was not meant to be. And then applause, implying that the play is over. I should also talk about this symbol, right, that we're continuously using. Kind of, that looks a lot like Tokyo Tower, doesn't it? You know what I mean? Like the pinnacle meeting at the top. That there may be a bigger circle down below the rest. Think of this like a Venn diagram, you know? There's only one spot at the top. Like interesting symbol. And then yeah, like explicit focus on Claudine walking that way, and then Tendo Maya center stage. Again, definition of no enemies. We have banana baking, banana muffins, delicious banana muffins even. Because you know, I heard you didn't like jiggly stuff. Here's the banana muffins, and the banana muffins come through the episode in a nice way. So this is again, it's not frivolous, right? There's a point to it all. The banana muffin comes back for a joke later with Hikari, as well as I think she gives one to Tendo Maya in kind of an olive branch-esque scene that probably needs a little bit of a relook. And they do look delicious as well. Little pieces of banana on top, yes please. And then poor old Mahiro needs to drag Karen out of bed. So seemingly we've got Hikari in a futon, it's like literally like dividing the two characters as well, like in between them. Could you get more obvious? And Hikari just, you know, goes to school like normal because she's well adjusted and can get up on time, and Karen just can't do that. It's also like who really cares for who? Like Hikari just like leaves her to her own devices, where Mahiro is continuously worrying about her. Just tragic character. So Juna initially kind of mad, right? And it's like, oh no. Like Banana just smiling the whole time, and Mahiru's just like, oh no, I'm freaking out. Karen's in trouble. And then Jun, one ear up. That's a very different face now, isn't it, right? And then Karen in the other ear. Not even Karen-chan, Karen. Oh no. Oh no, you're being left behind. Yeah, but Banana's like an audience surrogate here. She's just like, oh shit. Yeah, so nice little comedic scene to build us up into the episode. So, yep, teacher walks in, everybody sits down. Oh, Claude isn't here. Claudine. No, she's absent. Again, this isn't really extrapolated upon, really. It's just implied that she's a little bit worse for wear after last night's activities, I guess. We're definitely building up this Seishore Festival, the 100th of which I wonder if this will be a climax for the season, or maybe a climax for the movie, I don't know. And essentially, it's like playing out like a school festival, right? We've got the script from a different class that probably focuses more on that stuff, and now we're the performers and we're going to do that part of it. Yeah, so this was confusing as well. I didn't recognize the voice acting here between these two characters. So I thought that these two like randos here were talking and not our main characters, which is kind of bad. So I'm like, this doesn't really sync up with their dialogue very well. It's not meant to. It's just a little bit of backdressing showing the setup for the festival. And yeah, during the next festival, Daiba will be doing backstage work as well, not performing. She'll be studying play production, starting with playwriting alongside Class B. So are you going to switch class, or are you just going to be working with them whenever we're working on that stuff? So yeah, and this is the first explicit focus we've really gotten on Banana. She does love singing and dancing, but started getting interested in how actually creating plays works too, which is good. Again, follow your passion. I feel like you're holding back is my only question. Okay, and now this commentator has talked about it. I forget who it was, but like they're just everywhere, are they not? You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I don't know what to make of it at all. This is weird too. She like snatches at this muffin. I think she was being held by Karen there too. That's kind of funny. Like, stop holding me, Karen. I want muffin. But again, she uses the muffin to like bribe Karen later. And then, okay, we have this paper plane idea too. I forgot about this. Yeah, just you saw it there in the blink of an eye. And then it hits something and then kind of falls at the end of the scene. So this is like we're flying like flying along fine, and then we hit a roadblock eventually. Yeah, this is where I started getting a little bit worried. But Banana, you're so good at singing and dancing, and then these eyes, right? Like clearly, I feel like you've counted yourself out already in the service of being nice to everybody, right? You want to maintain this like kind of no enemies thing that you have going on, and you don't want to rock the boat. I've been in this position a lot, right? Where, hey, I don't want to rock the boat. I'm not going to go out and, say what I actually mean, right? And, that's not healthy. You should still stand for yourself a little bit. And Maya seems very eager for her to pursue this kind of behind the scenes stuff, right? I expect a great play that will draw out our full potential from you. And then a thank you in the form of a banana muffin, right? When are you going to stop baking people shit and be in charge of your own destiny, right? Or is that even important? Should you just focus on being the way you are now, right? Do you need to be that focused on what you have going on, or are you just happy right now and you don't know it? Do you want that ultimate glory? It's tough, And I think this is okay. Like, Karako gets the idea to bribe people with the muffins from Banana, right? Like this face here, like, oh, I know your game. Into like Futaba knows immediately, like, I wish you all the best. And then, yep, immediately into the bribe talk, right? She seemingly has like the cat mouth thing going on that I'm not a huge fan of, so I don't know. And she's a little bit more schemy than I thought, considering the bathroom scene, right? Anyway, it's a weird one. You're a weird character. You're one that I probably assumed was a little bit more basic than you are. And then the bribing starts. Everybody starts bribing. Like Futaba, despite, judging her right now, starts bribing her as well. Like right there. Yeah, makes a lot of sense. And then, yeah, as everybody's, put me in the lead position, Mahiru finally starts to put her case forward. And then, oh no, Claudine's back. She's returned, kind of had that morning off, I guess. And she's doing the French thing. I didn't really think of her as French previously, but I guess it makes sense. Claudine. I'd need to look up the origins of the name. But yeah, she says bonjour, and she offers a macaron in the end, I think. So, clearly that way inclined. And again, just kind of finishing off that bribery theme, and then music stops. Kind of, okay, is the paper airplane Claudine then? Right. So music stops, Tendo Maya calls out to Claudine, kind of raises higher initially, gives her nothing, clearly harboring some feelings about what happened last night, like just a very small good morning. Futaba notices it and kind of has this thing that's massaging her head, I guess. It's like one of those, you know the things, the back massages, but for your hair. I don't know. Maybe it's like a girl thing that I just don't know. And then yeah, there's our paper airplane, hits a roadblock, and falls to the ground. Is that Claudine in this situation? You know, feeling happy, gliding into school, hits that roadblock that is Tendo Maya. Maybe. So I'm going to talk about it a lot. Episode structure is very, very, very similar, right? Before an opening, we'll get something that establishes maybe the characters involved in one of the major themes. We'll hop into a little bit of a, you know, slice of lifey classroom setting and get some jokes off and build some character that way. Then we'll hop into a little bit of a montage of what we're doing throughout the day. School will end or something like that. We'll have our deep and meaningful conversations that are normally paired with each other, and before we dive underground and sort it out with the sword. I'm kind of liking it, you know? What was another show that was very structured that I watched? Tatami Galaxy, and I liked it there because we can subvert structure now, right? We've built up an expectation around what is going to happen and and when we remove parts of that, it'll build meaning in a cool way. I think. I don't know. Like, will an episode just like not have a fight in it for some reason? I don't know. We'll see. This is pretty funny. Nice little joke here that I missed during the acting class where everybody's struggling with the notes that are probably pretty complicated. We have Karako just practicing her signature. I'm pretty sure this is what's happening here, right? That's kind of funny. Again, constantly it'll be Tendo Maya doing something, looking kind of smug, right? And then Claudine turning the head like, "Oh, fuck you," you know. It's good. Yeah, it's a pretty constant theme. They're clearly just obsessed. So Mahiru goes home alone, thinks that Karen may have gone home ahead of her. Karen has actually been kidnapped. Like the cable tie around the wrists too. It's like serious business time. Why am I getting locked up? It's dark. I'm hungry. Blah 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 blah. The why is an interesting question, and I think I've got it already, which is just like protecting you from yourself and your demeanor down below, which isn't, you know, you're last for a reason now because you've shown that you don't have what it takes mentally, I think, emotionally, to make it down there, where everyone else might have a little bit more of a killer edge. Do we have 9 girls too? There's 9 positions there. Yes, we do, because there's that mismatch with Karen, Mahiru, and Hikari, but then everyone else has their own little pair, kind of. Okay. And yeah, paying off on that joke before when she grabbed the muffin. Here's the muffin that we're going to use to feed you while in captivity, essentially. As I noted before in the reaction, still separated by that one layer, back to back. You know, the door between them. Yeah, that's a lot of what we have going on. There's still a barrier there. Oh my god, they're everywhere. Look at these little pink dots. They're everywhere. Oh my god. And then, you know, continuing, she has no enemies, man. She's just sweet. Makes her a hot drink while she's studying, that being Juna. Is she researching, like, cryptids? She had, like, a book on cryptids or something. That was fucking weird. Then, obviously, the giraffe in the back, too. This is all very strange. And at the same time, Banana's working on the script. Only just starting, really. And this is nice, too. I missed this. So we've got her the candy from before. She's got it in a box, probably to share with a little bit of, inspirational messages on it on the side from all the different characters. Again, just you don't see bad shows doing stuff like this. This is exclusive to good shows. Just, you know, we're going to give different people personality based on their handwriting, kind of, you know? Like, I wonder who the one there that's written entirely in English and it's kind of like French, right? Am I wrong? I wonder who that is. A simple lead me from Karoko. The big red text by Karen. Like, yeah, it just makes a lot of sense. Like the big spirit from Futaba. Just great stuff. Great stuff all around. Have Claudine continuing to practice alone by herself. I should note that the score's like a constant orchestral piece just playing throughout the episode as well. That I think's quite well done. So then we had Futaba walk in on Claudine doing her little dance. I think she was meant to be cleaning as well. And Mahiru looking for Karen. Looks in the bath, but instead gets called out to by Karako to come and join her. Because she's feeling bored because Futaba isn't around. Right. So yeah, we're mixing up the pairings here. So this is interesting too, right? Futaba brings up, hey, did Tendo say something that made you feel down? This is the only thing that would get you down like this. I know you from a distance that the only thing you really care about is Maya. You're rivals, aren't you? And then gets this reaction from Claudine. I was simply put in my place, and she's seemingly really happy about it, right? Like reveling that rivalry, that competition. And then a little bit of stuff here, right? Like Futaba calls her out on being a child actor prodigy. Once you grow up, you're just a normal person. You just, you were a an early bloomer, I guess, right? You found that talent and then everyone else caught up. I'm not like the rest. That's what I'd always thought until, I got put in my place, essentially, right? I'm not, there's still room to grow, but she's seemingly coming out on the other side pretty happy about it. I thought that maybe the reaction to Maya early in the episode plus the late coming to class would have been like a breaking point, but seemingly not. She's doubling down and seemingly pretty happy about this level of competition and reveling in it. And then pretty classic stuff here, right? Transitioning from here to here, switching roles, Claudine from one side to the other, potentially taking on a little bit of a rivalry / mentor role with Futaba. You're the person that Futaba is now chasing, right? That's the miracle of competition, right? It inspires each and every one of us to be our best. But then, offering, at the end of it all, despite this competition, we still have that little bit of candy. And then we get to like like bathroom bitch session where we're just going to complain about our wives essentially. So Futaba left you alone. So now I'm soaking in the bath by myself. And then weren't you thrown aside too by Karen, right? Apparently she says some stuff like she loves Karen in her sleep and stuff, right? She gets very, very red in the face, but we can just blame that on the bath. Yeah, so clearly you have unreciprocated feelings for Karen, right? The real joke of it, right? Not what I was saying before. The ones who are always by your sides start drifting away. And now an unexpected couple are bathing together. Don't you reckon it's strange? And it all started when Hikari showed up and threw everyone out of whack. Kinda. Threw Karen out of whack anyway. And then made Mahiru look for somebody, and then I don't know how it threw this out of whack though. And then linking that conversation with Karako into this one with Futaba and Claudine. And then so Futaba admires Claudine, right, in the same way that Claudine is like rivals with Maya. It's like, I thought you only had eyes for Karako. I do like her and I'm grateful for her, or to her. I have to protect her until she can make it on her own. It's like more of a, you're doting. It's like more of a parental thing. But despite that, right, I still want to become one. I want to race for the top. I need to leave this old relationship behind and focus on these people that really matter, Claudine and Maya, if I want to pursue that. I always had a supporting role, but maybe I could, And in this process, I need to shed those close to me, right? Why do you think that you're not last? You're not last because you have that right mindset, according to the giraffe, right? Where Karen is still caught up in this whole Hikari thing, being together and doing it, right? Where you're shedding this older relationship, moving on to other people, and really got that competitive edge. So this is weird, yeah? Okay, let's focus on this. Because you two get a notification, right? And you two fight. So that's all well and good, right? We see you two later. But then we hear the same notification noise here. Is this implying that these two are in an unforeseen fight? Or one of them is? Or I don't know. Yeah, you get a notification too. Oh, this is the little bit of text here, is the stuff at the start of the episode too. And shall be bestowed upon you the star for which you have longed for. Notice, Miss Kagura Hikari, no participation today. See, I thought this said Karen. I see. So does everybody just get a notice and then it says if you're going to be there or not? And then, we have an escapee. Karen is on the loose. Probably got a notification on her phone saying that, hey, you're fighting Tendo Maya today and she's going to put you in your place. And she legs it. There's a nice little bit of animation here too. That's pretty smick. And she goes down before Hikari can catch her. Maya focusing on this photo though. Focusing on Claudine, I see. And then, like a flashback to just before that, and maybe the moment that made Maya potentially interested in Claudine a little bit, right? So, trying to put on like airs, right? Trying to put on that perfect actress person, right? Put it out the hand, gonna shake your hand, have a good performance. That was a good performance, that kind of vibe, right? Instead, go straight for the face. I haven't lost. You may think that you're the perfect person here, right? But I'm gonna still, I'm still coming for you, basically, right? And of course, it is just very, very gay. Yeah, okay. So you're still reflecting back upon that, and yep, kind of throws the hair back, flashes it. I'm ready for battle. Again, transformation sequence. I don't need to go through it many, many times. It's extremely good. And she's here to starlight us all. Hooray. The radiance of the moon, the love of the stars, having gathered a multitude of lights. Starlights? I will now deliver them to your heart. Kind of riding that swan that kind of turns into some phoenix imagery later too. There's a lot going on there. Swans can only make me think of like something like a Swan Lake, right? Which then makes me think of Black Swan, which, hopefully we're not going that direction. We kind of are. It's like a hyper focus on being the star. I don't know. Swan is interesting, and then she just kills it basically, right? You had no chance from the start, like at all, and yeah, Hikari knows that, trying to break in and prevent this from occurring. She's just a very mysterious character. I'm guessing her motivation, but she just doesn't really talk a lot. She just kind of does her own thing. It's a bit weird. It is the third day of auditions. The Revue of Pride is starting. How is pride being used here? I don't know. I understood kind of passion and desire previously, but pride here is a little bit... It's throwing me for a loop. Can't really think of a great connection there. I can think of confidence, Tendo Maya is definitely very proud of what she is and her beliefs, I guess. Yeah, okay, this is cool, right? So we start with the candles, right? But it turns into a giant, like, flaming phoenix imagery thing later on. I think at a certain point in the action as well, we see Karen like slash at the candles. It's like, okay, I eliminated your small flame, but the big flame is throwing you away, right? There's a small staircase to begin, but it turns into a way larger staircase later on. I too should be able to see. No, you will not see. Competition. The view from the top of the tower, and then they're climbing the stairs. It's all just fitting, right? What lies hidden in your heart? What do your shimmering eyes seek? Glory, essentially, right? This is Karen asking Maya this. What do you see? I don't see anything but victory, right? Where you're distracted. I may not be able to reach the star yet, but for the sake of my promise, I will run towards it relentlessly. Yeah, cuts down the chandelier there, yeah? Okay, and then challenging her belief initially, right? Karen, why are you here? What are you doing? To become a star, of course. That's great. Awesome. Anything else? Together with Hikari-chan. Oh, no, you can't be doing that. And yeah, like camera pans to Hikari-chan as well. Together. No, together. Yeah, and then we have a metaphor that I missed in the moment. If you pluck a small star, you will gain a small amount of happiness. If you pluck a large star, you will obtain a great wealth. It's a line from Starlight. In exchange, what have you offered? Okay, great. All right, awesome. This is reinforcing what I was talking about before. Futaba kind of leaving Karako in a way, right? Kind of moving on to people that actually matter, like Claudine. In the process, what have you given up? What have you offered, right? If you want good things, you need to sacrifice things. What have you sacrificed? Nothing. That's why you are not winning. This is the idea of what we have going on, right? What are you willing to sacrifice to get your dream? And is it worth it, right? Banana's gone, hey, this isn't worth it. I don't want to sacrifice me being nice to everybody and being no enemies Banana, right? So I'm going to quit out. I'm going to go and do something else, right? Where Karen is still living a little bit of a delusion where she's like, hey, I want my cake and I want to eat it too, in a way. I want to maintain my friendships with everybody. I want to still live on this childish dream of being the star with somebody else when everybody else has given up something to be here, to want to compete here like this. And then we have the stage changing, right? What we initially thought was a small staircase is giving way to the top of the tower where Maya is protecting it. The call of the goddesses, the throne of heaven, descending from high above, is one lone star. Of course it is. One. And then the lights go off, there's pyrotechnic effects, there's fucking shit flying everywhere, huge lighting cues. it's fabulous, right? And then yeah, we have Hikari doing like a platforming stage up there to try to get to her, right? And in the end, it's like a sick joke by the giraffe, right? Where it's just like gonna spit you out right where you started. And this is when Karen's in trouble, right? You know, we start to be like, oh, you're not gonna make this. Oh, review song Pride and Arrogance. I see arrogance from Karen for sure. So is Pride Maya? That makes sense. Climb up here if you believe you can. Cut me down and show me your rage. She doesn't have the rage. She's being too much like Banana, trying to be friendly. Can't be friendly. Doesn't work here. Allegedly. Don't be at the mercy of the beast that dwells within. And yeah, the animation's going crazy. They're locking swords, fighting hard. It's fucking awesome. Spare me your half-hearted resolve. I want to see you fight with your pride on the line. Okay, that's pride too, right? You're not prideful. That's the problem. And then yeah, what you thought was a conventional staircase actually has, like, you can't make it, right? You've got the low ground, she's got the high ground. You're not her, basically, right? There is but one star on a stage, right? And we pan to all these different characters. Ooh, little Banana there too. Okay. Is the implication here that she's still fighting? Or is this just like flashing the different characters and there's no implication of other action going on? She made a sacrifice, she cast it away, and panning over to Claudine, right? Like, okay. She gave it all. She's pursuing me with all of her heart. She can't make it. I don't think she's going to make it. I'm going to prevent her from making it, but it's way more respectful than what you're doing. Oh, it builds beautifully. Like the orchestral stuff, it's just like, this is probably the best song so far, too. Just, yeah, I hadn't heard Tendo really sing yet. She's just really fucking good. Maybe I should look up some VA stuff. Is there any really famous VAs and singers in this that I should look out for? Just, yeah, hit me up in the comments. Yeah, now we hit our glorious climax, and it's glorious. Ever higher, ever brighter, illuminate the horizon. The stairs illuminate to the fucking fire coming out of the swan, bird, phoenix thing. It's not a swan, it's like a seagull. What's going on there? One step forward, one step closer to my dream. And then, yeah, the camera's gone crazy, building this 3D space. They're still fighting. This is my pride. Ever higher, ever brighter, towards unreachable heights. And now the stairs have turned into a slide. You have no chance of gripping the way you're thinking right now. Becoming victim to Swan. Oh no. I can't reach her? Okay, this is great. I can't reach her from Karen, talking about Maya, as we see Hikari unable to reach Karen either, kind of being tricked by the maze, essentially. Still continuing to pursue with everything, but, you know, like, unshakable confidence from Maya, for sure. I haven't lost, that's from Claudine. Even alone, I am a star. And then, yeah, she wins. She was always going to win, but the way she won is interesting, right? It means I'm right with my theming stuff in my Google Doc. This is kind of what the whole show's about. How can I kind of justify being friendly in high school, doing high school funny haha stuff, right? Being school, having friends, wanting success for them, with my dream of ultimate glory in that one spot at the top. That is, yeah, the theme to a T of the show. Is this healthy? Is this something we should do? Should we trust this giraffe? What is this tiara really for? What should we prioritize? Is being a star all that we want here, right? It seems like it's always with the caveat for Karen, right? Hikari too. You don't seem to have that drive for that number one spot for the same reasons as everybody else. I don't know. Or maybe everyone else just has the same reasons and has lost sight of it. Again, lots of stuff could be playing out here. Anyway, she won. She puts her sword in the thing. This is Tendo Maya. You lost. There is only one star that shines at the top, the one with the big old spotlight on her. Contrast this with even this from Claudine, right? Kind of puts out that hand for Futaba in a way that maybe Maya never did for her. Weird. However, the flames of her passion, looking at Claudine, right? So Maya clearly still respects Claudine a lot. Okay. Now we have a little ED. I wonder if this is our ED that we're going to use for the rest of the show, because we hadn't really had one yet. And it's got a new song that I'll give a quick read here. The visual stuff is, I like the art style. It's kind of like crayon-y almost. And yeah, they look cute. It's cutesy. It's a nice breather after like the biggest emotional theater climax ever. So so yeah, it's a nice change of pace. I was always gazing at you. It's like I left my loneliness behind. I wonder who's singing. I can't really distinguish the voice. The moon smiles at me tonight. Please look this way. Oh, fly me to the star. It's got a little bit of fly me to the moon about it, actually, right? Um, is it mirroring the Eva ED, kinda? Maybe? Not really? Maybe I'm just grasping at straws randomly? I don't know. Yeah, oh, fly me to the star. It's definitely referential. Unable to tell you how I feel, I imagine all kinds of lives. I act them out to attract your attention. Please notice me, oh, fly me to the star. I mean, this is relevant to basically every character, right, that has a pairing. Yeah, very cute, breezy, nice little ED. Clearly got that fly me to the moon thing going on. Then little post-credit stuff. We have a look at our leaderboard. Tendo Maya, Claudine, Dai Banana 3, hello? Kariko in the 4th position, Futaba 5th, Mahiru 6, Juna 7, Hikari 8, maybe still holding on some of his feelings, some of those kind of together feelings, the similar ones to Karen, and then last, Karen. Interesting, right? I lost. I wouldn't even call it a fight. I don't really know how to describe it. My head was spinning. I thought I sang and danced with all I had, but neither my body nor my voice would slap. And then Karen, you're an idiot. You're approaching this with the wrong philosophy. On one side, you have the regular us, right? We need to reconcile that with the people below. How? How can we do this? There's still that barrier, you know, still between them, right? Either side of them. And then yeah, that's our end of the episode there. Just a couple extra things in the notes before I finish up here. Banana number 3, is she just lying about her actual motivations, right? Is she actually counting herself out, right? Is she doing what she says outwardly to everybody else down below, right? Because we saw one flash of her kind of fighting. Everybody seemingly got a notification. I'll note that next we see Kariko and Futaba, 2 other characters that have seemingly given up their little friendship relationship a little bit and are pursuing this more and more. At the very top, you see the 2 that have sacrificed a lot, and below that, what is it? Juna, who's just kind of lost like a couple of fights, and then Hikari, and then, yeah. Makes a lot of sense. And then I've written this. Sacrifice. What will we give up to attain top star? Is that worth it? What are we going to say by the end here, right? Is this system good? Should we keep doing this? Who the fuck is this giraffe? Why are we listening to him, you know? I mean, everyone's at the school for a reason. Everyone's clearly pretty competitive. How are we going to reconcile all this with our interpersonal relationship stuff? Yeah, very, very, very interesting. I've probably talked too much here about it, actually. Kind of very repetitive. But yeah, looking forward to future episodes and stuff. Seemingly we're going to follow a similar episodic structure with a lot of that stuff. So until it changes, I'm going to expect very similar things from the episodes. But yeah, the show continues to be excellent. If I didn't make that clear already by talking about it way too long. So sure stuff. If you like the video, consider liking the video. If you like the video and you want to see more, consider subscribing to the channel. Comment below anything you thought about the episode, anything I could do to improve my presentation, comment below. I'm doing follow for follow on Twitter, so follow me on Twitter if you would like me to follow you back. And the Discord, join Discord, talk about Revue Starlight on the Discord. Lots of other stuff on the Discord. Oh yeah, and comment below all sorts of fun stuff with the comments, because I'll read in the next week, if I didn't say that already. But anyway. I'll see you guys next week for more Revue Starlight. Looking forward to more, and I'll see you again, same review place, same review time, I think. Catch you later.